Welcome back, folks. Let's take a quick look at the gold market for our weekly analysis video. We've come into discount, okay? And so from my perspective, we should be heading higher from the current level, okay? So discount meaning we've come into this bullish fair value gap that should offer support, okay? And what I see here on the daily chart is I believe we are headed up to this premium PDRA, okay? Somewhere around that 2660 and 2670. Okay, so same targets as what I set last week. Okay, I do believe those levels need to be hit. Okay, on the daily chart, which is what we're looking at, we do have a bullish order block. So this down candle is our current bullish order block. Okay, this one here, and that needs to hold for continuation higher. If we put a little horizontal line there at the open, you can see the body candles are basically respecting the open of that down candle, which is our bullish order block. So that level needs to hold for this market to continue and reprice higher. Okay, now let me jump down into a lower time frame. And by the way, before I do continue, our euro yen trade worked out very nicely with our euro yen. Let's have a look with euro yen. Okay, so if you recall, in my previous weekly analysis video, the euro yen was somewhere, where were we? Let me jump to a 4-hourly chart. It was respecting the bullish breaker. Okay, so here I had mentioned we had a high, low, higher high, and then this I said was our bullish breaker, which this was respecting. And the price at that point when I made that video was somewhere around about 163 from memory. Okay, and I had forecasted a move up to 164.80, right? About 180 pips. So that trade has worked out nicely. Okay, and I'd mentioned that was a trade or a setup from the upcoming Zoom call that I am planning with our VIP community, and we're going to be talking about a number of other setups, other pairs, and I'm setting some targets on those pairs. So euro yen, beautiful setup, beautiful trade. Let me see if I journaled that on my Twitter profile. I think I did. I normally journal all my trades. So where is my euro yen? There it is there. Okay, so you can see entry was around 163. That's up here. Okay, you can see that 163 and target at 164.80, right? So hit target, and for my account, I was able to profit nicely with a 5 lot. Obviously, the lot size and the amount of profit, that's dependent upon an individual's trading account. Okay, so that was a great setup provided to you in advance in last week's weekly analysis video, and there's a lot more of those types of targets coming up that I'm going to be talking about with my VIP community in an upcoming live Zoom call that we're doing sometime this week. Yes, it's this week. So make sure you enroll into the VIP community so that you can also be part of that Zoom call. Even if you just join just for the Zoom call, I highly recommend it because there's a lot of value that I'm going to be throwing in that Zoom call. Okay, we're not just talking about targets on various pairs. We're also going to be talking about some key lessons, and so it's going to be well worth your time and your investment, right? So just join for that 1 month. Pay that 197. You don't have long because we've only got a couple of days remaining before the end of the year. And as I've mentioned, next year, sometime in January, I'm going to be raising the price for new members to join the VIP community. Okay, right now you can join for $197 per month. There is a discount available. If you pay up front for 12 months, you can lock that in for $997. Okay. If you wait, then you're going to have to pay $497 per month. Okay. So just join for that 1 month if you want to. Okay. Be part of that Zoom call. Take the knowledge, right? Take the targets. If you're not able to recoup your $197 investment, right, as well as that 1 month membership where you're going to be getting live access to directional bias and my own trades and what I'm looking at and what I'm trading. Okay. And sometimes I post live signals for the VIP community to engage with price on their PayPal demo trading account. If you can't recoup your 197, then with the information that I'm revealing in the Zoom call, as well as within the month that you will have access to as part of the VIP community, right, then you really need to think about some other form of producing income to make a living. Okay, so tiny investment of 197, but huge value, right? You've been watching my YouTube videos for a very long time. You know how I trade. You know my personality. You know my style of trading. And have a look at my weekly analysis videos, where very, very rarely do I get the direction wrong. Okay, 9 times out of 10, the market has moved exactly where I've said the market's going to move. And then I'm showing you trades in alignment with that directional bias. Okay, I post them on my YouTube channel. I post them on my Twitter profile. I've just shown you. This is the Twitter profile. You can see all my other trades are in here as well. Okay, some of them I show you in advance of what I sent to the VIP community and then what the outcome of those trades were. Okay, so everything's there for you, right? So I highly recommend that you take advantage of the offer and be part of that Zoom call because the value that you will receive from that small investment is huge. Okay. So coming back to gold, I'm going to jump down into so I'm already on a 4 hourly chart. So 4 hourly, we are also bullish, right? 4 hourly, we are down here. The market's coming down into these two down candles, which is our bullish order block. Okay. And I like the fact, I want to see, we've got about over an hour remaining on this current 4 hourly candle. And I want to see that it closes this fair value gap that's open. Okay. That'll be a nice bullish indication. And then we have this nice equal highs above. Okay. And we have a little fair value gap here, right? 2642. That'll be a nice level to target. Okay. Now, if we jump down to a 1 hour chart, we have come into, and I mentioned this on a video I did, I think it was Friday maybe. We've come into this discount fair value gap, right? Discount PDRA, this bullish fair value gap on the way down is going to be discount and should act as support, and it is holding. Okay. That there is accumulation. Okay. And we can also see that the market has come into this bullish order block on this 1 hour chart, right? So we've gone up, we've come down, and now we're going back up from that down candle, which is a bullish order block, after coming to this discount PDRA, which is that fair value gap on the left-hand side. Okay. Now, we do have, on this 1 hour chart, this current bearish order block, okay, where one could expect repricing lower from to target equal, or just let's say just liquidity down here, okay? That's possible. But then we need to look at the 4 hourly chart, that's bullish, which is high time frame, the daily chart, that's bullish, high time frame, and so we expect that the market will push through that bearish signature on this 1 hour time frame. Okay, so that's something we need to be mindful of when we are trading. What is in the way? What are our roadblocks? So right now, that is a roadblock, a 1 hourly bearish fair value gap. Okay, what I would like to see is this fair value gap close, right? So we've got 35 minutes remaining on this current hourly candle, which if it doesn't go through that fair value gap and those two up candles, which is a bearish order block, then there's a chance we could reprice lower. Okay, and repricing lower is not out of the question, okay, because we go back to a 15-minute chart, we do have current or previous weekly lows down here. We need to see Monday. Where's Monday? There we go. Okay, so we do have Monday's lows down here, and that would be the previous weekly low. And so repricing down to that level is not out of the question. But then we need to look at the high time frame order flow, which at the moment, as I've explained, is bullish. Okay, so I'm not expecting that to occur right now based on the current chart. Sure, it could occur later, maybe later in the day, later in the week. It's certainly a possibility because there's liquidity under those levels, right? And the market could reprice lower down there before hitting up to the target of 2660 to 2670. Okay, we need to look at the charts and trade in accordance with order flow. So as I said, let me go back to the daily chart. Daily chart bullish, okay, for a few reasons. One, we've come into this discount PDRA, right? That's where this has reacted from. Second, we've got a bullish order block, that down candle, which seems to be holding at this point in time, right? If we just put a line there at the open, that level is holding. Okay, so daily is bullish. When we jump down to a 4 hourly chart, this is just a summary now, recap of what I just said. Okay, we can see these two down candles on the 4 hourly chart we've now come into, right? That's bullish order block, that seems to be holding. Okay, we have liquidity above, right? That is pretty relative equal highs. We've also got this fair value gap that the algorithm should be targeting. I love when there is liquidity, right? Which is, let's see if I can draw these highs here. Okay, just below a premium PDRA such as this fair value gap. Remember, on the way up, bearish fair value gaps are going to be premium. Okay, so that's 4 hourly bullish. And if we now go down to the 1 hourly chart, I would say this is trapped order flow at this point in time, right? But if we look to the left, we have come into a discount PDRA. This to me is accumulation. Okay, we do have this down candle, okay, which is taking liquidity on the left. That's our bullish order block that you can see. This candle, right, this is the open of today, right, start of the week, has come into, right, this little wick has come into that down candle, which is our bullish order block on this 1 hour chart. Okay, our issue at the moment is that bearish order block, those two up candles, and this current bearish fair value gap. That's our roadblock at the moment. So that's why I say order flow on this 1 hourly chart is trapped between the bullish order block, okay, which is that down candle, and the bearish order block, which is those two up candles. But then we need to look at 4 hourly and daily, which is bullish. So to resolve that conflict, we just refer to the high time frame. That doesn't mean we're going to be 100% right. We can still turn around from that level and go down, as I said, because previous weekly lows are still intact. Okay, so from my perspective, the target for the current week is going to be above the previous weekly highs around this 2640 to 645. That's the immediate target. Now, this is not a trade recommendation. You're learning about price action, right? Go back to a couple of my videos where I'm talking about how the market moves from one PDRA to the next PDRA. This is exactly that same lesson reinforced, right? We're going from discount PDRA to premium PDRA, right? And now we need to look at where is the next draw on liquidity. From my perspective, it's higher, right? It's above the market. 2640, in my opinion, is the immediate draw on liquidity, and maybe even higher up to 2660. Where did that come from? That's this premium PDRA that hasn't been tapped into yet. okay, up around that level there. Now we need to be careful because, as I said in a very recent video, the best shorts are going to be at the high of the week or the high of the previous week, right? So 2640 is going to be the high of the previous week. So we need to watch that. We need to be careful, right? So that is last week, okay? And there is money in terms of liquidity above those highs where retail traders, right, have their stops above, okay? So it could be that the market goes up there and a little bit higher to stop out anyone that's already short from there. So maybe up to 2645, for example, and then look for liquidity in the opposing end, which would be last week's lows, okay? So that's also possible. So when I look at the market, I'm looking at what could be the draw on liquidity right now, okay? That is most likely the draw on liquidity, last week's high, because current order flow is bullish, okay? And then what's possible after that? Well, what's possible is that we could continue going higher up to what I've said on the daily chart, to that premium PD rate, to 660 or to 670, or it goes up there, takes out the high of the last week and rejects and comes back down to target anyone that's already long, okay? We don't need to think that far ahead. We just need to be concerned with what's the current draw on liquidity and then trade the setups as they occur, okay? So I hope this video is useful. Remember, this is not a trade recommendation, right? We're not recommending you to trade in alignment with where I think the market's going, okay? It's for your education, right? Learn how the market moves based on current and historical price action, okay? You've only got a couple of days left to join the VIP community, okay? To me, it's a no-brainer. We're showing you this every single day. Go back and look at my weekly analysis videos, and you will find that 9 times out of 10, the market has moved exactly to where I have said the market is moving, right? We're then trading live every single day in the VIP community, right? Almost every single session, and I'm seeing a lot of success from the students based on my teachings. They are now able to lock in on a daily basis very consistently 50, 70, 100 pips plus. And you've seen those case studies. I've shown them to you throughout my previous videos. And so I encourage you and invite you to join the VIP community at the current low price of $197 per month, okay? Before the price is increased to $497 per month for new members who sign up next year, okay? Now, as I said, you can pay 12 months in advance right now, okay? And if you do that, you only have to pay $997. So there's a big discount for you. And if you really can't recoup your investment, then you really need to think about if this is really right for you, okay? Because $197 for what I'm teaching and the results that students are able to achieve and just the skill set that you will be learning is incredible value for such a small investment. It's life-changing. I guarantee you it's life-changing, okay? And these are words from my students, right? Even look at the comments made by students on some of my YouTube videos, okay? It is life-changing, folks. And I guarantee you that what I'm teaching works, okay? I've proven it by the successes of my students. So the link to join the VIP trading community is in the description of this video below, okay? $197 per month right now. Or if you pay in advance and grab your 12 months of access, then you only need to pay $997, okay? Do that now, because next year for new members, it's going to be $497 per month. Even if you just join for 1 month, okay, to take advantage of the upcoming Zoom call, where I'm going to be teaching and reinforcing some very key lessons live, okay? As well as going through a number of pairs and setting some targets like I've done and shown you for the Euro-Yen last week. That target's now hit, okay? That alone would have covered your monthly fee, if not an entire year of subscription, okay? Obviously, depending on your account size, okay? And I've also given you a target for the Euro in my last weekly analysis video. I also gave you silver. Now, let me quickly talk about silver. Okay, silver, let's see, where is silver? Okay, so silver, I have said, is heading up to 32.50, okay, in my last video. Now, I still believe silver is going to reprice higher, okay? And we can see very clean equal highs here at 29.90, okay? Right now, if I'm looking at this, okay, this is a nice bullish signature, okay? We do have some, hasn't taken out the previous daily low, so I would look to see if it does take out the previous daily low, okay? But right now on this 15-minute chart, this is nice, okay? And I'm expecting this to reprice to 30 in the next couple of days. Okay, so silver is still same as what I mentioned last week, heading up to 32.50. In fact, what I'm going to do on I have a silver long position already. I'm going to add to my long position. Okay, what's my current holding? Yep, I'm trying to add to my long position on silver. Okay, just while I'm here, I like what I see. This is not a trade recommendation. Okay, watch how silver reprices higher, and the draw on liquidity should be to at least these equal highs, if not higher. Okay, so I've added to my silver position. Now, there's still a bit of risk. Silver still could come back down and take out the current previous daily low. That's possible. Okay, but I like what I see here. I'm happy with the chart, looking for repricing higher up to minimum those highs there, which is the high of Friday. So I've actually added to my silver position. Okay, I've already got a long position on, which is a slight drawdown from last week where I mentioned silver. Now let me very quickly set my take profit on this. So I'm just going to set it for this particular position up to 29.95 for now. Okay, that will be a nice case study. Okay, good lesson, live lesson. So I've added to my silver position, and that's from last week's video as well, where I believe silver is headed higher. Okay, now that's not a trade recommendation. Watch and learn how silver, how the algorithm reprices to this liquidity pool. Why is that a liquidity pool? Well, everybody is short from there, right? And their stops are above there. So the algorithm will target that, okay? Because people will have their stops. Retail traders will have their stops just above that swing, okay? Because for retail traders, what that is a triple top, right? So there's a high here, a high here, a high here. And what retail traders believe is that that is resistance, and the market is going to hold that level, where in fact the algorithm will actually target that level. So that's why that is a liquidity pool, because there rests above that level liquidity. Anyone that's short will have orders to buy back the market, right? Buy back silver at market price. Okay, so the algorithm knows that there's going to be orders up there to close short positions. Okay, that's why that's a liquidity pool. Okay, let's go back to gold. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, I'll remind you to join the VIP community while you can at the current low price. I will now talk with you in a future video.